कृपा गुणेर्यः कुग्रहाण्डकूपा उद्धृत्य भाङ्ग्य रघुनाथदासं न्यास्य स्वरूपे विदधे अन्तरङ्गम् श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य अमुं प्रपद्ये with the ropes of his causeless mercy. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu employed a trick to deliver Raghunath Das Goswami from the blind well of contemptible family life. He made Raghunath Das Goswami one of his principal associates, placing him under the charge of Sarup Damodar Goswami. I offer my obeisances unto him. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Sri Advaita Acharya. And all glories to all the devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. It is explained that how he had been how he had been so eager to receive the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How Srila Raghunath Das Goswami had been wanting to serve and dedicate his life in the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it is explained that although he tried so much, he was not able to get the mercy of the Lord. So I believe he had been writing to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu but for a long, long time there was no response. And then Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I believe he wrote to him to externally behave like a pounds and shillings man. So Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was surrounded with uh, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was surrounded with immense wealth, aristocracy. Uh, his father married him to one of the most beautiful girls. So many times we find in life that many times we find in life that the we find ourselves landed up in a situation of in a choked up situation, in a choked up situation. Conditioning shook us, our anarthas shook us, material attachments shook us, bewilderments shook us. obstacles will choke us. It is not just conditioning. The matter of the fact is that to uh, to execute the mission of the Lord in this material world is filled with obstacles. So obstacles are going to choke us, to create a choking effect. That is going to happen. So what is to be done when one gets choked up in that way? What is to be done when one gets choked up? So we can learn from the spirit of Raghunath Goswami. When obstacles choke us, or when you get choked up, what is to be done? So the first thing what we see is Raghunath Das Goswami. He maintained that desire to serve Krishna, to serve Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rather, he was feeding his desire to serve Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was feeding his desire to serve Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his, uh, uh, he was feeding that desire to serve Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by his desperation. And in that desperation, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was endeavoring in every possible way. Somehow or the other, he can attract the mercy of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somehow or the other, he can attract the mercy of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the point to note is that a spiritual desire can grow, but it grows only when it is fed. And it is fed with one's desperation. That is the point. It is fed with one's desperation. Now, the interesting and the amazing point is that okay, what are the components of desperation? Essentially, we will see desperation has two components. The first one is prayers, incessant prayers. And Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was writing to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, desperately appealing to him for shelter, for directions, for guidance, for his mercy. Again and again and again. Desperation is fed by prayers. And then at one time, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami came to know that Lord Nityananda is coming to Panihati, the outskirts of Calcutta. And so, taking permission from his home, being guarded by guards, his father's attendants, he came to meet Lord Nityananda Prabhu to beg for his mercy. Without the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, it is not possible to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Raghunath Das Goswami came to Panihati to beg for the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu not just blessed him, but Lord Nityananda Prabhu offered him a platform or offered him an opportunity to serve all the Vaishnavas and beg for the mercy and blessings of all the Vaishnavas. So this is the first point. This is the first point. And the next component of desperation is sincere endeavors, incessant sincere endeavors. How much he was trying, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. So many times he tried to run away from the home. It had become a daily phenomenon that Srila Raghunath Das Goswami would try to run away from home and he would be caught. His mother wanted to bind him with chains. But his father understood the nature of the desire, the spiritual desire burning in the heart of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. So therefore his father had had made the point that the shackles of wealth and beauty are the most stringent shackles of this world. And in those shackles are not able to bind him, what will iron chains do? So endeavor. The point is, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was uh, uh, the point is Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was so desperate, incessantly endeavoring actually to be able to serve Krishna. So failure to produce results does not choke our spiritual advancement. This is the beautiful spiritual principle. So in spiritual metrics, if one is desperate to serve Krishna, if one is desperate to get mercy of Krishna, then spiritual advancement cannot be checked. Mercy will not be checked. The results may not be manifest. We may see at this junction in the life of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, one may ask the question that what is he actually gaining in that sense? And what was he able to contribute? So one may say probably it would have been better he would have stayed at home peacefully. Then at least he would have been able to do some practice and he could have given donations and maybe installed the deities of the Lord in his home, appointed one pujari to worship them. Then he could have attended Arati. Maybe that would have been, at least something would have happened. So when you think like that, but Srila Raghunath Das Goswami's heart, he wanted to do more and more undiluted service. He wanted to be fully available for the mission of the Lord. He didn't wanted to reconcile himself with the part-time opportunity. But now the point is that in an attempt to intensify devotional service, there was no result which was coming, is it not? Somewhat diluted, result was easier, is it not? But with this intensity, the result was not coming. That was the point. That with this intensity, the result was not coming. Now, therefore, the aspect which comes here as a lesson for all of us is to maintain that samutkanta, that desire, rather to feed that desire with our desperation. So desperation is an important ingredient for advancement, for attracting the mercy of the Lord. And desperation means prayers and endeavors. Prayers and endeavors. Because what your Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had guided him was in the letter that you cannot be reinstated in position of full dedication immediately like that. Internally, always take shelter of the Lord. Internally, always grab the lotus feet of the Lord. Externally, be a pound shilling man. Till the right time comes. And when the right time comes, you will be able to make a jump. That was externally, be a pounds and shillings man. Pounds and shillings man. That was because Raghunath Das Goswami was in a very aristocratic family. The Hiranya and Gordhan Majumdar were zamindars. So there was a lot of interaction of merchandise and money and finances. So basically, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu consoled him, gave him assurance that one day the time will come. But when it will come, that was not revealed. Is it not? So Krishna consciousness, mercy is guaranteed. There is no doubt. Mercy is guaranteed, no doubt. That point is there. The mercy is guaranteed. But when and how exactly the mercy is going to come is not clear. No, that gap is bridged by that gap is bridged uh, by maintaining or feeding that desire to serve. By feeding that desire to serve. That is what actually maintains that gap, that bridges that gap. So we see in the practice of Krishna consciousness, assurance is there. In the practice of Krishna consciousness, assurance is there. But the assurance will manifest in proportion to Lord's, in proportion uh, to one's eagerness, of how desperate one is to serve. How desperate one is to serve. If you see, in the life of Narada boy, Srila Narada Muni, as a small boy, was given a similar kind of assurance by Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna said, "You will come to me, don't worry." But not immediately. Not now. When are you going to come to me? The Lord said, "You practice devotional service lifelong. You're not purified enough. You have to purify yourself. And you practice devotional service very intensely. And when you practice devotional service very intensely, the Lord is saying that uh, at the end of this life, then you will get, by that time, you will get purified, and then you will come to me. And then you will attain the spiritual form." The same assurance is there. No. But when and how it will work out, how the spiritual form will come, how the mercy is going to come, is it not? How many years of life? You know, that was not clear. The Lord didn't mention that. So it is very important for a sadhaka to maintain his samatkantha, his eagerness to serve. That is the point. That is the point. And then it is explained and then moving forward, it is explained how the turning point in the life of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami came when he received the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu was there on the banks of the Ganges. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was beholding, was watching at Lord Nityananda Prabhu, but he was hiding. Yeah. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu understanding what is happening. Lord Nityananda Prabhu started saying, Lord Nityananda Prabhu beckoned. Whom he beckoned? He beckoned the devotees. He said, you go behind that tree. There the thief is hiding. Get him here, we'll punish him. So the devotees, I don't know whether the devotees understood what Lord Nityananda was telling, but Lord Nityananda was telling, there is that thief. That thief is hiding. Get that thief. We'll punish that thief. And devotees were in research, Raghunath Das Goswami. So they hold him by the hand. This is Lord Nityananda is calling you. And they brought him. And Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, when he paid obeisances, the Lord Nityananda Prabhu, in that spirit of uh, Charnagati, when Lord Nityananda told him, you're a thief, you need punishment. You have been hiding. You have been hiding. No. Now the punishment. What is the punishment? Your punishment is you have to serve all the Vaishnavas. And actually, Lord Nityananda offered he said your punishment is you have to serve all the Vaishnavas. And 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 actually, if you see in the form of the Chidadahi festival, Lord Nityananda actually offered a service which was in one sense not very difficult. Chidadahi is a readily available item, is it not? Although Srila Raghunath Das Goswami had overwhelming money, and he had overwhelming money, there was no problem of that. But still, you see, Lord Nityananda offered him a service which was not very, the most common item in Bengal is chida dahi. Chida dahi is a very common item actually. People take chida. It's not very costly. Is it not? It's common. It's not very complex. Very easily made also. Is it not? Like that. Anyways, the chida dahi, and then this great festival was performed with all the Vaishnavas. All the Vaishnavas had gathered. And Lord Nityananda, by his powers, he invoked the presence of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself was present. And their lordships, Shishi, Gauratai, they were partaking of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami's love. So the whole point is that the turning point in our lives can come when we get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Therefore, Srila Narottam Das Thakur sings that actually Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Premananda Sukhi. And only by his mercy we can get out of this dukha. And therefore, Lord Nityananda Prabhu is Premananda Sukhi. He is filled with that prema, ananda. And by his mercy we can also get out of it. So yes, all this choking, all this strangulation, one can get out of that when we get mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. That is the point, which is being so beautifully highlighted and explained here. Now, the question which comes now is that, or the question which comes now is that how to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. how to attract the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And in this beautiful juncture of the pastime, Lord Nityananda is himself revealing how to get mercy. So Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was hiding. And he was hiding. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu dragged him. Dragged him to the platform of offering service to the Vaishnavas. That is the point. That is the point. So we see actually many times we as sadhakas also keep hiding behind our conditionings, hiding behind so many ifs and buts and prerequisites. We are also hiding behind these ifs and buts and conditionings and anarthas. So therefore, Nityananda is showing that to attract the mercy of Lord Nityananda, we should come out of our hiding bushes. Almost say, no, I want to serve. But if you want to serve, why are you hiding? Why don't you come forward? So come forward to serve. Come forward to serve. That is the point. When we come forward to serve, in that service, there is mercy of Lord Nityananda. In the service to Vaishnavas, in that service to all the Vaishnavas, there is mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. That is a point which we can understand in this pastime. All we need to do is to come forward and to come forward and serve, is it not? To come forward and serve. So that is how we attract the mercy of Lord Nityananda. When we come forward and serve. Srila Prabhupada explains Srila Prabhupada explains that yes, the spiritual advancement in life is very nicely worked out or very effectively worked out when actually one makes the desires of the senior Vaishnavas one with his own desires. To make the desires of the senior Vaishnavas, our Guru Varga, one with one's desires. So when that happens, then the mercy will be attracted. And that will attract the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, is it not? And, it may be a simple offering. It may not be a very complex or complicated offering. It may be a simple offering. But then when that offering is there, when one comes forward, not remaining, hiding behind prerequisites, behind ifs and buts, but when one comes forward, then one gets mercy of Lord Nityananda. And that is a foolproof way in which one can get great mercy of Lord Nityananda, actually. And, great mercy of Lord Nityananda. So, so this is the episode. You see, this brought about the turning point, actually. This service to the Vaishnavas, is it not? And what is the heart of Vaishnavas? The heart of Vaishnavas is to glorify Krishna, is it not? So when we come forward to serve Vaishnavas, so we can. The point is that you see, the point is now where to approach Vaishnavas, how to approach Vaishnavas, is it not? And one of the easiest places where we can find the devotees or we can find the Vaishnavas is on their service front, is it not? Where the devotees are serving Krishna, there if we go, we can find the Vaishnavas. And there if we offer service to them, by assisting in their service to Krishna, then we can receive great mercy. Is it not? So one has to, so as a sadhaka, one has to come out of his hiding, and go to fronts from where one can offer service to the Vaishnavas. And now, from where one can assist the Vaishnavas in their service. That means in their service front, is it not? Now, different Vaishnavas, you see, even in Srila Prabhupada's mission, different Vaishnavas have their service fronts. And if you go to that service front, we can get a lot of association. Then we can get a lot of opportunity to assist. And then we can get a lot of mercy. This is the way in which we can attract mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So we can see in this beautiful episode, and this is what can create the turning point in a sadhaka's life. This is what can create the turning point in the sadhaka's life. So, so on this day, so this day is an important day for us, to beg for the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, to actually start the churning, so that one can actually come to this turning, come to the stage of the turning point. That yes, where is the service front for the where is the service front of the dear associates of Srila Prabhupada, and where I can go to that service front and I can offer that service. That is the point, actually. So when we offer that, and I can assist, and in that way we can get more and more blessings. And that is blessings of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. We will continue further in our evening session today. Sri Nityananda Trayodasi Mahamahotsav ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.